everyone, how you doing today, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to be doing a review for Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now, what is Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation? I am not going to say that over and over again. I'm just going to call it Jobless Reincarnation. So what is Jobless Reincarnation all about? So what it is, right, is if you've watched an isekai anime, right, imagine the trash ones, but good. That's legit the premise of the show. That's it. Like, legit, I'm not even joking here. The guy's a NEET, right, as usual. Loser, as usual, gets hit by Truckun, as usual, reincarnates into another world, as usual, and he becomes super powerful, as usual. But the difference between this anime and the other trash isekai animes is that this one is actually good. Like, it's actually really good. What I like about this anime so far is the characters. I love the characters. The characters are really interesting. They're all, some of them are like, how do I explain it? They have the same stereotypes as the trashy isekai, but they just have more personality. Like they just have, yeah, that's the word I would use, personality. They all have different things they like, different things they don't like, and different thing. The way they act is just kind of different to how other isekais are. And then also, what I really love about this show are, actually, I love a lot about this show, actually. But other than the characters, right, I love the world. Oh my god, the world is so, well, it's beautiful, and I'll talk about the animation in a bit, but the world is so vibrant. The powers are so cool. Like, everything about this world that they're in is really, really interesting. It just itches that fantasy itch that, well, it scratches that fantasy itch that I had, and I always go to isekai for these. That's why I watch some of the trash ones. But this one just delivers it so well. Like, there's so many concepts. There's a lot of politics. There's so many races, even different languages. They speak a language that is not even like, they don't even use Japanese to translate that language. They actually use another language, and they just made a language for that show. Like, there's just so much to do with this world that makes me so happy that this show exists. Other than that, the animation, the production in general, actually, fantastic. It is beautiful. It legit looks like a film, a really well animated film, in the sense that the movement, the color palette, the way things happen when magic happens, the way the wind will blow, or like the hair will drop back, or the way water just creates, oh bro, it is so beautiful. The spells look so cool, and even the combat itself, like just straight up sword combat, fire. Like, I know for a fact the fights are gonna be dope in the future. I hope. But man, oh dude, the production is beautiful. And not even just that, the music is so beautiful. It's just, oh man, it just fits that fantasy world. It just all makes sense. It's all very majestic. It's just majestic, is that the right word? But it just very fantasy-esque, and is really, really good. Speaking of music, right, the opening, right, and the ending's really good, right? But the opening is really nice. But the problem, well, not really a problem. There is no OP, like, there's no OP section. It's not like there's an actual bunch of images in an OP. No, the OP is legit the song, and usually it just plays into the show. And that's really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen an anime do that. I mean, correct me if there is an anime like that that's popular, but I've never seen an anime just play the opening song during the actual show itself. But I like it, and the song itself is banging. But the only problem is, because of that, I think people miss the song, and the song itself, I've replayed it on Spotify. It's a banging song, fits the show perfectly. But I feel like people are gonna miss it because, you know, it's not really an OP, like, it's just a song. So yeah, but and they change it up like about, I think, the final 3 episodes of the show, or 4 or 3 episodes of the show, and I barely heard that one. See what I mean? I barely heard that one, but it's not as good as the first one. The first one just, oh man, it just fits so well. With the story itself, I did have an issue in the beginning because I thought that it was just plain slice of life. Because for the first like 4 episodes or so, it's legit a slice of life show. Maybe even more than 4 episodes. For like most of this season, it's a bit of a slice of life. Like, it's just like how we live in this world. Like, that's pretty much what it is. So luckily, I did find out that this show has longevity to it. There's a lot that happens in this show. And when stuff actually starts to happen, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're going for. So this really feels more of a prologue to the actual overarching story than just, you know, the actual, this is how the show is going to be for the rest of it. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If it's a lot of setup and it leads to good payoffs, I'm okay with that. In terms of another problem, right? Another problem. This show, right? Everyone's mad horny, right? Which I don't mind because it's a medieval setting. Like, people are just horny back in medieval times, especially in ages, like from young to old. But, how do I explain this? It gets a little bit odd with kids, especially with, like, yeah, just with kids, the sexual stuff. No, it's not needed. And it's a bit awkward, especially with Rudeus, because Rudeus, right, you hear this old man speaking in the back, and he's a neat, yeah, and a loser, and he knows he's scum. All right, fair enough. But some of the stuff they show, I was just like, oh, man, was that necessary? Like, we could have just, can't you have just implied it? You didn't have to show it. It gets really, really weird. And I was like, man, I don't know about that. But if you could ignore that part of the show, everything else is actually pretty fantastic. Mushoku Tensei, the characters are awesome, very diverse. The world is beautiful. The world is just, I think you need to come for the world and the characters. Those two alone are really, really banging. Music is awesome. Animation's fire. I love what they're doing, even though not that much has happened. That's why I can't say, oh, it's amazing and all that. But I can understand why, because this is basically a prologue to the actual overarching story. So all in all, Mushoku Tensei, man, great show. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So I hope you guys watch it. It's actually really banging, especially if you watch a lot of isekai and you know you're going to watch some trash ones. Watch this because it's just way better. So anyway, have you watched Mushoku Tensei, or will you watch Mushoku Tensei? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more on pop culture and entertainment. Have a great day, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, bye.